Alright, I got my hat on, I got my N7 armor on. It's time to talk about the games, you mad mothers. Mad Mikey Gaming. G'day all you mad gamers out there, I'm Mad Mikey and I come from the bloody land down under. And in today's gaming news reactions, opinions, the show where we go around the world of the internet and we grab bits of information, we talk about it, and then I give you my opinion. So guys, let's get into it. Starting off with today's gaming news, CD Projekt Red, well not CD Projekt Red, but the creator Mike Pondsmith. I got that last name right. I finally got one right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The creator of the pen and paper D&D game Cyberpunk 2077 has come out and given us maybe a few little hints and tips about what this game's going to look like. It was part of a feature called The Future is Exciting, just where they had a lot of developers and creators there talking about their work. He started off by saying that the story is ultimately about ordinary people using technology about to fight people with power. He also went on to reveal that he wanted to make the video game based on this RPG around sort of, 30 years ago. But there was obviously two problems with that. First, that the technology wasn't there. Creating a living world of non-playable characters and busy streets just didn't exist at the time. The other reason was that they were looking for a partner who shared their vision for the world of Cyberpunk. He didn't talk much about CD Projekt Red or the game's development, but he did mention that scenes of death and shattered bodies in the trailer, that's all he really mentioned. Scenes of death and shattered bodies in the trailer. So, the time is now, isn't it? We've got to start learning about this. They're going to start giving us a little bit more information. I think they're just going to start spoon feeding us. They're going to be yum yum. Here, take a little bit more. Num num num. Num num num. And then when E3 comes along, you're going to have a new trailer. You're going to have behind the scenes footage that probably won't come out straight away, but you know what? It's going to come out. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, guys. I think this is just since they started that tweet not long ago, it's going to move along. It's slowly moving along. It's building up. It first announced it in 2012, and in case you haven't seen, I'm not playing the same bloody trailer that I've been playing every other time that I've been talking about this game. Why? Because we've all seen it before. We just want new stuff, and as I said, they're just spoon feeding it to us. But guys, part of the excitement is the ride, is it not? It's not the destination, it's the journey. So guys, I'm excited about Cyberpunk. Woo, I can't wait. I'd go a bit louder, but then I'd probably wreck your ears. Next up in today's gaming news and reactions and opinions, we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed and how Ubisoft has said that they're not necessarily moving forward, that they're not just done with Origins just yet. Ubisoft is concentrating at the moment on Assassin's Creed Origins, as it was reported. It was at an earnings call, how they call and talk shit over the phone. Yes, well, this is what we foresee. This is foreshadowing and blah, 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 blah. Stuff where there's little bits of interesting bits, but we don't want to hear the whole thing. We are concentrating at the moment on Assassin's Creed Origins, for which we are going to launch another few DLCs. So you'd be amazed by what will come on Assassin's Creed Origins. That's all we can say for now. Guillemot went on into some depth about the success of Origins, blah blah blah. It's on track to almost double players' playtime versus other Assassin's Creed titles. Well, when you make a game that's probably about 60 hours, it's probably going to happen. And spend more than a year on it. Good job, guys. Company clearly puts the success of Assassin's Creed and its other 2018 games down by slowing down production on the whole. With more time to polish our games, continued on explaining Guillemot. We have been able to release 3 high-quality games since August. We have fully embraced the significant increase in resources required to develop ever bigger games. It seems the general push towards earning money through service games such as The Division and Rainbow Six Siege has also allowed more polish for more self-contained games like Origins. Somebody has finally worked it out. You can't keep just bringing out semi-fantastic games every year, and I'm so glad that they've finally realized this. But in terms of them concentrating on Assassin's Creed Origins, what does that mean? Does that mean that they're going to go back to their previously extremely successful Assassin's Creed 2 and sort of give us yearly add-on sort of thing? Now, I don't have an issue with sort of expansion packs or expansion stories. DLC, I don't think should be the way that Assassin's Creed Origins continues forward. I do like the idea of them having like maybe an Assassin's Creed Origin story, moving on and sort of then maybe looking at changing it up to Aya just to keep it fresh, you know. But guys, you don't want them to keep pushing it forward, because I know that the latest DLC, the hidden ones, came out, and I sort of jumped into it and I was like, just spent like 60 to 70 hours on here, and now I'm back in here and I'm just not in the mood. I want something new, I want something fresh. Bayek is an awesome character, don't get me wrong, but I'm still interested in Aya. I want to know what's going on there, and I hope that they do change it up and sort of maybe chuck you over to a little bit of Rome, where Aya is set in the story so far. Spoilers, I'm sorry if you haven't got that far. I'm deeply apologetic. But I'm really looking forward to the future of Assassin's Creed, but I hope that they've got an end story soon. I really think that once the Assassin's Creed story starts, they can get back into Prince of Persia. Don't you want Prince of Persia back? I know I do. I'm waiting for it. I've been waiting for a very long time. Now we'll just talk a bit more about the quick news. And Capcom has been talking about Monster Hunter World and how big of a smash hit that it is, and how a lot of Nintendo fans are actually asking, why isn't it on the Switch? While Monster Hunter did debut on the PlayStation 2 and subsequent portable versions have captured the series' great success, they are aware of the request. Adding Capcom has already ported Nintendo 3DS game Monster Hunter XX to the Switch. I haven't seen it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I haven't seen it. However, taking into various accounts of conditions, bringing Monster Hunter World now for a release is difficult, they said. I get what they're saying. Like, I mean, they obviously built it for your high-end sort of Xbox PCs and things like that. But at the same time, like, if you're building it for a PC, which I don't think it's out for yet, you've got to have all those different specs. You've got to have your ultras, you've got to have your highs, you've got to have your mediums, you've got to have your lows and things like that. So I don't understand why they can't do it. That's not saying that they probably won't do it in the future, but it's just something that, I mean, Nintendo's been so sort of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Supportive of the Nintendo's the Monster Hunter franchise over the last few years with its handhelds. I was a bit confused as to why they didn't, but you know what? They're just spreading their wings now to let the whole world know, and it's obviously paid off. And in other news, Valve has they've actually banned a developer from putting stuff on Steam. You know why? Because they were bloody creating accounts to give their games positive reviews. Now, from what I understand, these games weren't the best games in the world. I'm not one to judge because I haven't played the games, but in a post on yesterday's Steam forum, a Valve representative wrote that as a result of this new information, the store has pulled all of Incel's games products. The publisher appears to have used multiple Steam accounts to post positive reviews for their own games. This is a clear violation of our review policy and something we take very seriously. seriously. For those reasons, we are ending our business relationship with Incel Games Limited and removing their games from our store. But fear not, if you have tried one of their games and not refunded your money or the game for it, it will remain accessible on your Steam library. Thank God YouTube doesn't do that, because I like my videos. But yeah, you can't review it, and I suppose that doesn't up my sell value, does it? And in the last bit of quick news today, guys, For Honor, they've just been sledging away. They've kept going. They started off, it was rocky, and now they're still creeping up, and they've hit a milestone, amassed a base of 7.5 million. With 1 million unique players every month. They're up to their 5th season, so good on Ubisoft for not, doing the EA thing with Mass Effect and giving up on the game. Guess time. Slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? EA. So this is actually really good news. I mean, I bought For Honor when it first came out. I've had a friend that was just bonkers for this game when he heard of it coming out, and the guy who was selling this game he was full on into it. And good on Ubisoft for keeping on with this. They're up to season 5, and yeah, if you get 1 million unique players a month on this, that's doing really good, considering I think that they almost wrote this game off within the 2nd or 3rd month of this game. But guys, that's it for today's gaming news reactions and opinions. I'm Mad Mikey. I hope you enjoy the games that you are playing, and I will see you tomorrow night here, Twitch, Mixer, for some streaming. So please come by, and if you made it to the end, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you don't subscribe, and tell your friends about Mad Mikey Gaming. Bye guys.